Born too late to deploy to the Middle East. Born too early to deploy to the Middle East. Born just in time to deploy to the Middle East. You'd think that after 20 years of fighting in Afghanistan, 200,000 dead Afghanis and 6,000 Americans, only for the same guys to take back power, America would learn its lesson.
Many presidents have dreamed of delivering the final blow to Iran's nuclear program until
President Trump.
But this time it's different because we got President Trump, the master economist, the IQ 300 super genius, the visionary of Manhattan, Epstein's best friend. America and Iran have been at each other's throats since the 70s. Iran has been pissed at the States because they were sending the CIA to screw with them and stealing their oil. And then the Americans became pissed at them when they took their embassy hostage and started saying mean things to Israel. And ever since then, they've been going back and forth, threatening each other and whatnot. Which is, whatever, fine. Not my clowns, not my circus. You know, I live in Romania, I have bigger issues to deal with. But then, a couple of days ago, America and its greatest ally, Israel, launched a new war against Iran, bombing the ever-loving crap out of them under the pretense that they're only mere moments away from having a nuclear weapon, something they've been saying for 30 years.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly.
Weeks away from having the fissile material.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs.
Time is running out.
Nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
You guys remember Iraq? Remember the nuclear weapons there? Yeah, me neither, because there were none. But you know, if President Trump says that there are nukes in Iran, oh boy, we better strike them before they strike us. Shit, while we're at it, let's go into North Korea and Russia to get rid of their nukes. What's that? We can't? Why? Because they have nukes? Oh man! Here's the thing. I'm not defending the Iranian regime, because they're absolutely disgusting. The Khomeini regime has brutally oppressed and killed its own people. It has terrorized the women in the country for not wearing a piece of cloth, used sexual violence as punishment, and has done a bunch of other gut-wrenching man-made horrors to them. So I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm glad Khomeini and most of his lackeys are dead. But you know who also abused and killed women and children? The guys in the Epstein files, and we didn't bomb them.
He's laughing and shit. Bro, reminiscing.
Hell, we didn't even prosecute a single person from the list. But that doesn't matter, cause our economy is great. Never mind, I can't buy an apartment or that my friends can't find a job.
You can't afford to buy a home because $8 trillion of your money was spent fighting Israel's enemies in the Middle East.
The Dow is up by 50,000 points.
You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. The Dow is over $50,000.
I don't know why you're laughing.
What's that? You don't care? Look! A new war in the Middle East! It's just ridiculous. We've been down this path again and again, yet no matter who you vote for, be it the Republicans or Democrats, each road leads to war in the Middle East. Never mind that Trump's entire campaign was America first and talking about how under him America wasn't going to start any new bullshit wars 8,000 miles across the ocean.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
No, but Iran? Totally different situation. They'll welcome the American soldiers with glee. Hell, they'll even take down their tyrannical government just like they did when Iraq attacked them, and they definitely didn't rally behind the flag. This will be just like Venezuela. In and out, 20-minute adventure, Morty.
The hour of your freedom is at hand. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
It doesn't matter that the majority of Americans don't support the war. It doesn't matter that Congress didn't approve. We're going in another war because,
It's called the preemptive strike, T. It's when you bomb kids in Iran because, I don't know, Israel said so or some shit.
Like, the US is also framing this as a war to protect Americans from a country that has been killing them for over 40 years. But let's be real. We all know the real reason behind this.
Benjamin Netanyahu!
You know what? I don't even care about Israel. Out of all the places on the globe they could have settled, they picked the worst spawn point possible. That's on them. And if they want to fight their neighbors and constantly start new wars, that's on them as well. But why the hell are American soldiers being dragged in to fight for a country of 10 million in the middle of the desert? Oh, that's right, because 25% of Americans believe that to bring the end of the world upon us, we must support Israel.
Don't worry, I'm going to give $5 billion to Israel.
For those of you unaware, there's this sect of Christians called the Evangelicals, mainly found in America, that believe that the rapture will occur once Israel builds its temple. So, despite thinking the Jews are going straight to hell for not accepting Christ as their Lord and Savior, they support them unequivocally so that the end of the world can come and they can, I don't know, play cricket with God or something. I mean, I can make jokes about their beliefs, but looking at how things are going, it doesn't look like they're wrong. But the other thing is, Big Yahoo doesn't want to leave office. The war in Gaza was an absolute embarrassment. Tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians killed. Israel became demonized worldwide in a matter of months due to their conduct, and anti-government protests are happening weekly in Israel, calling for Netanyahu's resignation. Bro will literally start a war just so he can postpone his ongoing corruption trial. We've already seen Israel try to get America involved into a war with Iran over a year ago for the same reason. But I guess AIPAC was finally able to convince Trump that if he didn't attack Iran, he would be an anti-Semite.
You need to do something queer and Jewish soon. It's been a little too long since you've done something queer and Jewish.
And we've seen anti-Semitism rise drastically in the past couple of years, especially due to the Gaza war. Already, we have a bunch of conspiracy theories about how the Jews rule over the world and America, but with this war, this bullshit is only gonna grow stronger. Israel is actively making life for regular Jews more dangerous because of the shit they pull. They started a war with Iran and immediately after invaded Lebanon. They've already fought 2 official wars and every single time Lebanon would get wrecked. Why the hell are they catching strays now as well? Like, this entire war is already turning into a mess. Iran responded by bombing almost every single country in the region, but most importantly of all, they threw a couple of missiles to Dubai. You know, I get it, the Arabs and Iranians have the whole Shia versus Sunni beef, but like, Dubai is less than 10% Arab. You're literally bombing Indians and Pakistanis who are already getting fucked over being forced to work 12-hour days and having their passports stolen. Can someone at least give them a break? To be fair, if Iran's already dedicated to chaos, they could do something really funny and give Malaysia the record for the world's tallest building. Originally, the US was saying the point of this war was to change the regime, but already they're backtracking and saying, oh no, we don't want a regime change. No.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change.
Okay, so what's the point? Bomb them back into the Stone Age like they did with Libya, Iraq, Syria, Somalia, and any other country that mainly eats rice and chicken. They're constantly going back and forth about what the actual goals are while claiming this isn't going to be another forever war. Yeah, sure. I don't know, man. I'm just sick of wars. It seems like every year we get some new bullshit erupting where elites send tens of thousands of soldiers to their demise over some lines on the map and nationalistic promises. Oh no, you can't control the desert. It is rightfully our sand. Our God promised it to us, not to you, you fucking infidel. Trump and Netanyahu aren't gonna be on the front lines. I mean, they're already 1 foot in the grave. Nah, they're gonna live out their lives in luxury. But some poor young men who are joining the military for a better life instead, send them to the front lines and make them die. And their kids aren't gonna be on the front line, nor are they gonna be experiencing bombs being dropped over their heads. So, who cares? Yeah, Weiji, just go to war. America doesn't even want to rule out a land invasion because, hey, occupying a mostly mountainous country with a highly decentralized military was such a success in Afghanistan. There are theories going around that the country will balkanize due to the billion minorities within it, which honestly doesn't look likely as the Iranian national identity is quite strong. But if they did, do we really want another Balkan war with everyone killing each other because they speak the wrong language? And then we're gonna have a whole new refugee crisis. Syria is a country of 26 million people, and when war erupted over there, we saw millions of refugees come to Europe, which has completely destabilized the continent. Now, I don't want to talk about whether or not refugees good or refugees bad, but it's a fact that mass migration has made Europe completely lose its shit. The housing crisis got worse, new terror attacks, and we saw the rise of far-right and far-left parties, which destroyed political unity in virtually every single country. I'm just saying, if there was no migration crisis, there would be no Orban.
Progressive liberals didn't want me to be here because they knew what I would tell you. I hate me.
So imagine what would happen with Iran's population of 93 million if this war escalates. They're not gonna be seeking refugee in Saudi Arabia, I'll tell you that much. Hell, the Saudis might even be joining them considering everyone's catching hands at the moment.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Habibi, come to Poland.
At this point, just divide the Middle East amongst the Balkan countries and it'd be 100 times more peaceful. What do you mean the Albanians are being deployed to Gaza? Ah, fuck!
Hey, why are you